Okay, our next rule is going to help a lot with polynomials. And this is the rule, it's called the power rule because it's the rule for taking derivatives of powers of x. And the proof of this takes some things that we don't cover in this class, so if you'd like to see a proof, see your instructor. But the rule is if you have x to a power, x to the n, then the derivative, you bring down that power, n, and it becomes nx to the n minus 1. So you subtract 1 from the power. So you bring the power down in front, you're multiplying by that number, and then x, you subtract 1 from the power on there. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. Here we have f of x equals x to the 4th. So our n here is 4. So the derivative, we bring the 4 down and it becomes 4x. We subtract 1, so it becomes 3. Okay, you're always subtracting 1. Now, things that don't necessarily look like powers of x but can be written as powers of x, we can also use this rule. So here we have g of x equals the square root of x. Well, the square root of x can be written as x to the 1/2. And so we can use this power rule to take the derivative. So g prime of x, we would bring down the 1/2, it would be 1/2 x. And then we subtract 1 from 1/2. So we think of 1/2 minus 1. So this becomes 1/2 x to the minus 1/2. Okay, so you could leave it like that if you really wanted to be kind of proper. The negative means you would write the x in the denominator and it being a 1/2, so we'd have the square root of x in the denominator, so it'd be 1 over 2 square root of x. Okay, let's look at one more. This next one we have h of x equals 1 over x cubed. Well, that can be written as x to the negative 3, and this rule works for negative powers as well. So h prime of x, our derivative, we bring the negative 3 down, x, and then we do negative 3 minus 1. So don't let the negative, don't just like make it negative 2. We got to think about subtracting 1, which for a negative makes it negative 4. Okay, and if we wanted to rewrite this, it would be negative 3 over x to the 4th. Okay, so you bring that power down in front, and then you subtract 1 from the old power.